Hello and good morning. Good morning. It is such a wonderful, wonderful day. I'm very excited to be here. First of all, my name is Zoe Baraka, and I'm just so excited to be here. I'm like getting ready to jump into the story already. How is everyone doing? How are you doing in the United States? First of all, the sun is shining, so I'm very excited. I'm really, really excited because spring is coming up. Good morning, Sis Elsie. A lot of love and hugs as always. I love you. Um, Good morning in the US, good morning in the UK, good morning in Russia, or maybe good night, I'm not sure. Good morning in Ghana, Kenya, Nigeria, Uganda, Senegal, Zimbabwe, Zambia, wherever you are, good morning. It is so good to see you. I'm very excited to come your way again because today is Tuesday. What it means is it is storytelling time on To My Younger Self with Zoe Baraka and our amazing guest. Good morning, Audrey. Good morning, Sis Abena. I thank you all, guys. Thank you for joining us. Today, I have an amazing, phenomenal woman, and I just can't wait to get into, the story. I met Akosua Frimpong again, accidentally on purpose. God does that all the time. He just kind of strategically places you in a place and then connects you to someone, and then suddenly, boom, you're like, whoa, how did you do that, God? That's how I met Akosua. That's another story for another day. But this woman has overcome so much. And the fact that she makes me want to smile every time I interact with her is amazing. I cannot wait to get into her story. Abena is a phenomenal speaker. She is a Bible teacher and a Bible student. She is an ardent prayer warrior. She's been through hell and high water, and she's still here with us. This is what our God will do. I have so many things I want to say about Abena, but I want to bring her on first so you guys can see this beautiful face I'm talking about. You'll understand my excitement. Hold on one moment as I bring her out from the green room. Hello.
Good morning. Hello, everybody.
Good morning, sis. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Doing very well.
It is so good to see you. You look pretty and just gorgeous.
Glory to God.
That's what I was looking for, that phenomenal smile. That's what I was looking for. All right. Abena, before we get into your story, I know we wanted to play a little video for everyone. Did you want me to do that first? Or you want to get into the story? You want to see?
We can, but I know it's still early and you probably have not had your shot of coffee, but it's Akosua.
What did I say?
Abena.
You know why? Because I have Sister Abena here. Oh my God. And my name is Abena. I called you Akosua this whole time, and then I said, good morning, Abena, and then now I'm calling you Abena. I am so sorry. It's Akosua. She was born on Sunday, for those of you who do not know. A girl child that is born on Sunday in Ghana is called Akosua. Tuesday is Abena. She's Akosua. Correcting that. All right. Good morning, Beverly. Good morning, Carol. Thank you guys for joining us. We're going to go and just play this video real quick, and then we'll be right back with you guys. Is that okay? Give me a thumbs up. Hi, Pastor Teresa. Good morning, OT. It is so good to see you. Oh my God, you woke up for us. I am just so excited. I am so excited. As we, we're waiting for this thing to load up. There we go. Hello. All right. Okay.
Life was hard as a child. I had to grow up early. I couldn't go to school because I had to stay at home with my aunt, and I would help her make pastries, and then I had to carry it to the public place and sell them and bring home the money so we could eat. My hopes were dashed by the traumatic accident. I was crashed between cars in front of the house. My leg was amputated. This is a culture that deems disability a curse. I was screaming, I screamed, God, get my leg. Why did you let him take my leg away? I want to play. me. How am I going to play? I was just so afraid. I'm disabled. I am. There's no hope for me. I came to America with $25 in my pocket. I didn't know how I was going to make it. But then I hope that every child that's born with disability in Ghana would not have to face or feel what I had to go through to get here. I could have had one leg, I could have had both legs, and still not known Jesus. And so it's not about disability or not disability, it's about Jesus coming into a nation. It's about young people arising and spreading the love and the heart of God. My hope for my country is that this generation will know what it's like to love Jesus and to have Him in His heart and to spread His love. 55 years ago, Billy Graham was in Ghana.
The Bible says we've all sinned against God.
So I began to pray that God would give me one person to pray for that would carry the mantle and vision of Billy Graham. So I just started praying for Nicole. If young people can see that Jesus Christ is their hope, things will begin to change from the inside, which is what Paul does very well. To say, listen, let's bury our differences. You may have one leg, you may have, I may have two legs, but let's have one thing in common, the heart of Jesus. We want to see revival. We want to see Jesus move in our time, in our generation. And my hope is to see everybody come together from every church, from every state, city, from every corner of America. Come stand together. We're dependent on God to change this nation. Through Paul's, I know that the change that is about to happen in the United States of America, God has the power to be able to send it to the nations of the world. And I'm praying that Ghana gets to experience it.
Wow. Every time I watch this, I just tear up a little bit. Okay, we're back. We're back. I see a lot of people commenting, guys. I thank you. Thank you for joining us, Seti, Pastor Teresa, Elsie, Abena, just everyone that is on here. Beverly, thank you so much for joining us. I truly, truly appreciate you guys. My good God. I know Abena wants to tell, my God, Akosua wants to, why? Because I just said Abena again. I know Akosua wants to share a story with us surrounding the accident and a few issues and how God brought it all around in some other part of her life a few years down the line. I'm going to just defer to my sister Akosua right now, and she's going to take it away.
Yeah. So this is a story that has not been done by itself, but it's so befitting that we talk about it, the providence of God.
Mm.
See, my accident happened on June 4th, 1989.
Wow.
And this was at the time where, Rawlins, they were celebrating, President Rawlins's 10th anniversary for the coup d'etat. I mean, that happened.
Yes.
And Ghana, it was chaotic. There were all the hospitals, actually. We had major regional hospitals at that time. Now, fast forward 30 years down the line, which I'm not giving away my age, but
Oh my
30
God, you
years
look
down
like
the
you're
line.
20. I don't know what you're talking about.
Thank you. 30 years down the line, a lot has changed, but
Mhm.
so that should not diminish how the severity of this matter and how great God has been
Yes.
in, ensuring my safety in my life, until today. So that all the hospitals were, on strike. And so I was carried to that first hospital, which was a military hospital at Promodo, and the doctors were even drunk because, I mean, hey, I mean, we are, this is the time of, how do you call it? Um, what's the word even? They're striking. And so nobody is thinking straight or doing the right thing, what they're supposed to do. And the doctor actually stitched my leg and stitched my vein so blood was not circulating. He was drunk. So here we will call it like a medical
Whole
fault,
practice.
was
Yes.
the fault of the physicians that
Yes.
attended to me at the first time.
Yes.
Um, Now I'm coming, and then I was taken to Mfion and at that time, still the strike was on until like after a week, where I had no medical attention, not even paracetamol. For those of you in Northern America asking what is paracetamol, paracetamol is a common,
Like
um,
ibuprofen or
yes,
Tylenol, right?
yes, painkiller. Yeah, like ibuprofen and Tylenol. So that is what I was not even given a first aid or anything. I was not touched for a whole week by any medical practitioner or nurse. They just come around, and then after a while, my parents, actually my mom and my dad my dad actually was the one that found out that I would die because my leg had developed gangrene.
Gangrene. Wow.
And so he quickly, gathered himself and everything and everybody else and ensured that I was taken to Accra. So 37 Military Hospital was our first go-to place. So this doctor comes to the car and he looks at me and said, "Wow, this is Miss Ghana. She is gorgeous.
Wow.
Talk ready again." So obviously cases had been transferred at that time from Takoradi to Accra that were traumatic, that could have been helped or easily fixed, but they neglected it and used the striking as a means.
Wow.
So check this out. The first doctor, my dad went to his house and begged him to at least come and take a look at me. And he said that his wife is Caucasian and would not understand, and they're having a family time. They're watching a movie. And I remember my mother even went there also another time, and this man never even came out. So my leg actually just developed gangrene, and something had to be done real quick.
Yeah.
So with my father's quick thinking, I was taken to 37, and this doctor that comes to the car, my dad had already met him through a friend, and so when he comes to the car, what the Lord touches his heart. And I'm just actually even finding out this story because at that time I was only 9 years old and I did not know much apart from the pain that I was in. And mind you, Accra Takoradi roads were very bad.
Yes.
And with the pain that I was going through, I felt every bump. I
Mhm.
felt and I was in the back of the ambulance. I was not on a stretch. I was not on a bed in
Right.
the ambulance. I was on a gurney. So literally I'm on the floor of the ambulance with no medical equipment in the ambulance. So let's not even the word ambulance fool you.
Wow.
There's no except it's me, my mom, the driver, and my dad in the back of the ambulance that had nothing. So they were, I don't know, I think they were squatting in it or something like that. There's no chair. It's an empty bed. And what I think happens is that literally, I think they just use the ambulance to carry dead people. Mostly that's what happens in Ghana. So now things have changed greatly, thanks to God. We have a lot of great private institutions that are doing wonderful. But so this doctor quickly goes back inside the hospital and writes a note and says, look around. There are casualties all in the green grass. Human beings were on the green grass.
Just in the green grass, yes.
And no beds for them, or no hope of even being able to get them in before their lives are spared or taken away from them. And so we travel on, we journey on with this letter. And I'll let my dad tell that story later, or maybe, work with me in some other project, but it's interesting how he even got the doctor in Kolebu to pay attention to him because he was also tired. Just all the other hospitals, when the strike was lifted, people were actually now coming to, they're taking care of patients. Right. So the doctors are tired, mentally, emotionally, they are worn out. That's what happened in my case. But finally, the doctor comes out of the theater after being in theater for over 3 days, attending to emergencies like mine. Comes in and said, oh no, this one is bad. It's either we do it in the next few hours or she's gone, because she's so young. And if it gets up, it gets in her kidneys and she's gonna die. And so we need to do something. We need to do it real quick. No guarantees. So, God being so good, my leg was basically actually even not amputated because it was done so fast. And I think I woke up in the middle of the surgery. And it was chopped off. Every time I see physicians in America, they would just look at my residual limb. They'll say, oh, they chopped it off. So I'm like, okay, maybe I need to do a corrective surgery, have it re-amputated. But, I don't want to spend time, in the hospital. Now my life is extremely busy, but when I have the luxury of time, I may or may not do it. So, God being so good, my leg was amputated, but it was quite an emotional, mental, spiritual journey, having to even come to terms with it in a culture that deems disability a curse. And even now that we think that so many people are educated, so many people have seen people that have various forms of disabilities doing wonderful and amazing things, living absolutely normal lives, they still, have not still come to terms with the power and strength of God to, let humanity or people that he has called just, I look at Nick Vujicic from Australia, how wonderful. Follow him, his wife, all their kids. I'm like, he's an amazing of a man.
Yes.
Such an amazing story he has. So Dr. Fojo, 20 years later, I would say that I went to college. I don't know if you want us to jump right in.
Yes, we can. Yeah, let's do that.
So
yes.
I go to college. I'm in the library, and I think I see this girl, and she's so gorgeous, and I thought it had never happened to me before. I see this girl coming from the library, and I am in the lecture theater on the 3rd floor. So I come up and I run downstairs. Our eyes met.
Right.
So we connected, and I called her and I said, but she didn't hear me. So I ran downstairs as fast as I could. And by the time I got there, she was at the gate. I was like, excuse me.
Wow.
And she looked my way, and I waved at her, and I went to her and I said, you were so beautiful. I just wanted to touch you. And she said, oh, I see you all the time. And she was a year my junior.
Right.
Since I've been on campus, I have seen you, and I felt like I wanted to talk to you too, but I was so shy. And I said, well, we're friends. Tag, you're in. So I asked her, which hostel or dormitory she was, and she told me that, I think currently either she was at home or she was in transition, because at that time we didn't have a lot of accommodation on campus, and I had this small spot. So I told her that we are four in a room, you can join us. And she was like, really, seriously? Because I think she was in a room in a place where she was not happy. And I wanted her so badly to be happy. I didn't
Yes.
know why, but I just wanted her to be happy. I loved her. I didn't like her. I just loved the
Just
girl.
love
My heart
her.
just went out to her. And so we move in on a student bed together. So she would sleep this way and I would
And you
sleep
would
that
sleep.
way.
That's the boarding school way, one head here,
Because
one leg. Yeah.
yes, yes, it's a twin bed.
Yes.
And
Wow.
my my three other roommates, because I'm the fourth roommate, were not happy that I
Yes.
brought in a fifth person. The room is almost like a cubicle. You know how it is. The
Yes.
rooms in Ghana are not big. So, but anyway, a year later, one of our mates, Chrysolite, she will graduate and move on. And so, there was a shift and the bed comes open, and Joanna actually, gets a bed in our room. And so we would do our devotions together. She would, we would find Matthew Oshimolo's that time devotional was trending. And so we made copies. We were students. We didn't have a lot of money. So we chanced on one, we made copies.
Wow.
And every morning she would 5 a.m. I like to take my showers early to get it out of the way, because I didn't want to see, it's a lot of girls story and sharing one bathroom. So
Yes.
and she would go right after me, and we
Wow.
would do our devotions together for 3 years. So 15 years down the line, maybe 18 years down the line, we're talking. Having a conversation with my dad, and he said, we were talking about, oh, by the way, when we came from 37, Takoradi to 37, the doctor who received us, then, and his name is Dr. Fojo. And I was like, Fojo. So I called Joanna quickly. I was like, hold up. I put my dad on hold. I called John. I said, John, I know your dad is Dr. Fojo, but he had his own clinic. So, and John said, oh, no, my dad didn't even have his own clinic until he left 37.
Wow.
Joanna, your dad saved my life. So we talked about this and we cried about this, and I thought, wow, providence, what great providence. And the only reason why he could tell and say that I was beautiful was that he himself had 5 girls. Dr. Fojo had 5 girls. So and I said, Joanna, what is your dad's full name? Because I know he calls him Kojo Fojo, and it's the
Yes.
same doctor. So I went back. I told my dad, said, that's him. And Joanna said, my dad has been so good to a lot of people. And when he finally retired from 37 and had his own clinic, he could not charge patients to take care of them. So we knew that by the providence of God, that was Dr. Fojo that actually attended to us. And that's the story that we wanted to give attention to today. We wanted to throw light on sowing good seeds and how good seeds actually follow us, or we harvest, what we sow in one way or another. So, and Joanna and I are bosom buddies, and we're very good friends.
I am not even sure what's going on right now, but something ridiculous just happened. This, wow. So we just lost connection. Akosua, please, if you are able to, can you just jump on? Thank you, Jesus. Oh, I don't know what's going on, my dear. God, Satan is really at work. Did you see what just happened?
Yeah,
That
yeah.
is ridiculous.
We froze.
Anyway, we're back. Please continue the story. Wow.
Yeah. So, I mean, even I don't even know what to say now, apart from the gift of friendship that, years down the line, even though, Dr. Forger did not know that someday he was dead and gone, he's
Yeah.
passed on.
Wow.
But we
Wow.
both didn't even know until
Maybe.
years down the line. But there was no harm between us. There was no harm between Joanna and I. As soon as whenever I set her eyes on her, she's younger than me. I felt like I wanted to protect her.
Mm.
I set my eyes on making sure that
That
she
she was
was
protected.
happy. Yes.
Wow.
And at that time she was not happy. And that was the only thing she needed was peace, on campus. And she was not happy in her room. And
Yes.
so, God did that. It was small, it's very minute. But
Did you just say that was minute? That was so huge. Who would have thought? Look how very strategic God is. He literally just saved your life so you could turn around and save his daughter. I am blown away. This
I
story
feel like
is wow.
the relationship actually saved both of us because we
Wow.
became spiritually very connected, that we would do our morning devotions together.
Wow.
And if she found something that was encouraging, she would send it to me, and we're still doing that till today.
It's amazing. Wow.
Yes.
God is so amazing. Sister Elsie has a question for you. She says, so did you get to see Dr. Forger again?
I never got to see Dr. Forger again. However, I got to see the doctor that amputated my leg. And Dr. Forger I did not even know that Dr. Forger was Dr. Forger until
It's ridiculous.
way after college, 18 years after college. And don't calculate my age.
I think a few people already tried to.
18 years after college, that my dad would tell me that, oh, Dr. Forger, when he was, we are rehashing, going over this story again, and yes.
Wow. I mean, I am so blown away. I think everyone that is on here is just absolutely blown away. Just look at how God has just, oh my God, I'm speechless. And that hardly ever happens. I don't, I always have something to say. God bless Dr. Forger and God bless you. I just can't imagine. Now I'm sitting here as a filmmaker I'm imagining how you run down the stairs and going, I need to talk to you. Look at that touch that God just, my God. And you are beautiful. You really are, Miss Ghana. I can't believe it.
Thank you.
Guys, right?
I don't feel it now, though.
You do.
That's humbling. I have a toddler, and I'm humbled every day because I was speaking last week, and
wow,
to 300 pastors, believe it or not, in Mississippi. And so after dressing up, looking all so nice and feeling so good about my life, I come down and my little boy I had an accident, so we had to run out quickly, and that's humbling. And so however way it is, or we look at it, we are always brought back to the place of humility. So I appreciate you saying that.
Wow. There's so many comments. I don't even know where to begin. I'm just like, where am I going to start? Where am I going to start? Just people are flying on here. Seti says that you are beautiful, Akosua, and she has a cute love. Kara says, wow, 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 amazing story. God's hand is surely upon her, meaning
Amen.
you.
Thank you.
Pastor Teresa Elias says, God is a huge setter upper. Yes, he is. He's always setting us up for I don't know what. Big Sis Elsie says, talk about a ripple effect orchestrated by God. Isn't it true? Isn't it true? I'm wondering though, what happened to the other doctor? If you ever did,
Dr. Lyon, yes, we had several visits back to see Dr. Lyon that actually, amputated my leg. And
I mean, the one that actually turned you away.
Oh, my dad knows. Actually, the one that turned me away, it's still. I'm not sure. I need to ask my dad. But
wow,
that doctor does not even, his story does not faze me. That there was a doctor present when the articulator actually sandwiched me between the cars. There was a doctor present who actually could have even used his car to take me to the hospital, but he said he did not want blood in his car. So he did not take me.
No.
Not only did he come downstairs to administer first aid, he didn't do that. And I'm not holding it against him. And I'm not holding it against him. But that it's amazing. The seeds we sow, actually, we also reap.
We reap
it. But when you sow a seed, you don't reap it. You don't reap the same seed that you put on the ground. You reap more than you sowed. Yeah. So we need to be careful what we sow. Wow. And the end story for that particular doctor, and how his children even passed were through traumatic accidents.
Oh my God.
Yes. And wow. But I just wanted to even reiterate that Joanna and I, we don't even consider ourselves friends anymore. Our children consider themselves cousins. Whenever we call ourselves, he will just call out her children, her boys, and say, "Hey, it's your cousin. It's your auntie." It's like we don't even.
Yes. What a powerful story.
It's easy.
Powerful story. My God, I am so enamored with you. Can I say that? Can I say that online? And people
we can say that, yes.
and out of context, I really am enamored with you. And now I'm just sitting here going, every time, ever since I've met you, I think I've smiled more, because you are always smiling. You just have this smile that brightens the room.
That's the joy of the Lord. It erupts from our spirits. Wow. And we keep that position, because without him, actually, we have nothing. Wow. So, we cry, but we also, we rise, and we keep on going. So it's by the grace of God. Mm-hmm.
Charlotte says the world is smaller than we imagined. It gets smaller as we grow. This is so true. Pastor Teresa says this friendship is for life.
Yes.
Betty says God knows best. He knew everything was going to lead you to your sister Joanna. Yes. So those other doctors do not count in your story at all. Yes. What a way to end. I mean, look at that. You're a warrior. Elsie says, have you written a book, Akosua? You should if you haven't. Prophesy.
I hear you, Sister Elsie. I hear you.
Oh my good God. Guys, I'm just so excited. I see time is going. We normally say 30 minutes, but now I'm just like, this story is so redemptive. I can let it go for a few more minutes. Akosua, I just thank you. I am so, I don't know what to say. I am just enchanted by you. I'm enamored by you. I am excited.
Appreciate the opportunity.
Friend. And just thank you for coming here. You're so calm. Your humility is so visible. And I just appreciate you coming here and sharing this story. I hope someone got something from this. Just knowing God's providence, whatever is going on in your life right this minute, God is still in it, and He will always bring you full circle. And another lesson that I wasn't even counting on was whatever you reap, you will sow in measures, leaps, and bounds. So please, the question for you this week, what are you sowing? What are you sowing? Are you sowing kindness? Are you sowing smiles? Are you sowing good relationships? Are you fostering that? So yeah, I just thought I should say that. I just want to thank everyone for joining us. Akosua, again, I am so appreciative of you. Thank you for waking up early. I know you were in class and doing studies for like, I don't know, till 3 a.m. in the morning. And look at you here, you're still smiling. I truly appreciate you. Siru has a cute little flower for you.
Thank you. Thank you, Francisca.
Yes, guys, I see a lot of the women on God's Women in Waiting, these amazing prayer warriors on here. I
Thank
truly
you.
appreciate you. Thank you, Sister Audrey. She planted that seed in my mind. On a side note, on that platform, she said, I think you should talk to Akosua. She has so many powerful stories. I'm like, yeah, I'm doing that. And then before I could do it, God kind of just brought us together. So thank you, Audrey. I truly appreciate your ability to connect people. I think that is your gift. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Lola is on YouTube and she says, powerful story. God bless you, Akosua. Thank you so much. Elsie says, thanks, Z. This has been great. Yes, it has, but we give glory, all of it, to God, because I know Akosua would literally murder me if I even tried to take a little thank you, because all of this belongs to God. So thank you. Yes, everything belongs to Him. You can definitely follow Akosua. She's on all of the social media platforms. Her story is powerful. She is teaching and preaching and talking to young girls, telling them about God's providence and how God can bring them through all kinds of difficulties. So please look for her on all the social media platforms. And of course, there's a lot of projects in the works. So look out for her world. She's coming and she's coming real hot. She's coming in real hot, and I'm excited to be her friend and to just be a little part of that story.
Oh, I'm excited to be your friend too.
Yes. Are we doing it right? I think we are. I am terrible at that. As you can see, I have my line producers here. Elsie Dixon, Sedina Mavevo, of course, Irana Kobig Bila. These are my, I call them my divine connectors. These guys are always connecting me to people who want to tell a story. So yes, they are my line producers. Again, we're moving slowly into YouTube. So please find us on YouTube. And of course, subscribe, follow us for more amazing redemptive stories like the one Akosua just shared. Guys, my name is Zoe Baraka. I truly appreciate you. Akosua, did you have one last thing you wanted to say before we sign off?
I just wanted to share something, about, not being afraid in any given situations.
Right.
There's been circumstances where I have been so anxious to the point of even heart attack. And I didn't know how God was going to work it out. But eventually he worked things out for me so sweetly and so beautifully. So it doesn't matter what it is, how hard or how hard pressed, how perplexed we may be, persecuted. God is able to deliver us if we are in alignment with His will for our lives. He has a way of, even if we're not, He still has a way of redeeming our lives, saving us. And so just trust the Lord in all circumstances.
Amen. What a wonderful way to just end this beautiful session. I wish I didn't have to just say, all right, guys, goodbye, so we could keep talking, but we do have to. Thank you so much for just being here, guys. Please love on Akosua, say thank you, and just, yes, just, and just say thank you to her from me and from
I
everyone.
thank you all for waking up.
I know. And I know you have other things that you need to get to. So
Mhm.
I'm going to let you go. Thank
Praise
you
God.
again, guys. This has truly been amazing. I will see you again next week by God's grace with another To My Younger Self story. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Go outside, enjoy the sun. Okay? Bye bye.